with RO. So we'll go ahead, just a friendly reminder, please silence your cell phone so everyone can hear all of the updates and questions. And we can start off with some resident updates or announcements. Do we have any? Chris, yes.
Bingo! Bingo is back after a 2-week hiatus. Good. From construction and whatever else was going on. So Monday night, next Monday, we'll be back at it. Bingo's at 7 o'clock, but you have to buy your cards, 50 cents. And so it's going to come in about 6:15, 6:30. And also, to get your seat. And if someone gives you an icy glare, you're in their seat. So that's for the new folks, in case it's just like church folks. That's my pew. So Monday, 7 o'clock, there'll be a little extra in the prizes because we've been off for 2 weeks. And there might be some treats, right, Ginger? Snacks? And maybe a few other items. So if you haven't been playing bingo, come on, you get a sample. It won't be as rich as that every time, but we'll have a little celebration. So, see you Monday.
Yay! Thank you, Chris. So 50 cents, that's free money. Any other resident announcements? No? Okay. So we'll move into leadership updates.
Yeah, elevator not working.
That's swing elevator.
Okay, we'll get that. So just your weekly reminder, please make sure that we return those carts to those service areas. So Betsy had put this in there, but return to sender. Do you recognize anyone who might be sending this envelope to British Columbia, Canada? It is return to sender with no name or apartment. So please do see the front desk if this belongs to you. So we can make sure it gets to the right person. So little from environmental service updates. So clean slate pressure washing will be here to power wash the north trash rooms on Thursday the 12th. They will start at 8 a.m. and take about 2 hours to complete the work. So please try to avoid that trash area during that time. North building main elevator, as you know, that one is down. They are working on it. The work started on Monday, and that is the main area behind that desk. So we'll be undergoing those updates, and we'll be down for about 4 weeks. So please use the RS and M-Wing elevators in the meantime. If they're working, that's right. So just a little from plant operations. So we have about 170 completed work orders. About 41 are still open. We did complete the breezeway refresh, anti-slip floor decking. We are completing the R-Wing elevator upgrades, and we have, of course, started on the main elevator. The pole heater was reset due to that power loss, that unexpected power loss, so we are getting that back to normal temperature. We did complete the town hall temporary generator hookup and electrical work. We do have clear water plumbing that replaced a main valve in the south building. Darwin does continue being focused on those 2026 CapEx projects, which the breezeway, the cooling towers, the south kitchen flooring and paving. And then just a reminder that any questions for maintenance, Maintain with Maintenance is immediately following Tuesday talk at 11 a.m. after this for any maintenance questions or concerns you might have. So just a little from IHS, if there's any specialty housekeeping services you are interested in, please call extension 502 or 503. They can help with dusting, hard to reach areas, cleaning baseboards, ceiling fixtures, refrigerator clean out, mattress flips, upholstery vacuuming, and so much more, so you don't have to. So they can help with those if you are interested in those services outside of your normal housekeeping services. So just a little from Health Center. As I said, I've been implementing that this year just so you kind of have an idea of what's going on in that setting. We currently do not have any active COVID or flu cases in assisted living or skilled nursing. We are working on that county emergency management plan that will be submitted this week to the county for approval for the assisted living and skilled nursing. And Kyle and our team over there will be meeting on Friday with a cardiorenal representative and Regency Oaks clinical leadership with Dr. Danny Matthew, who is our new medical director over there. So a little from Kelly and Resident Services. She wanted you to know that Jared Scallions, the owner of Pinellas Medical Supply, will be here Thursday the 26th at 1 p.m. in the Grand Lobby South, and they will be able to assist you with medical equipment, walkers, and wheelchairs. So we'll have that information out for you. So as we mentioned, we are continuing to track any type of spikes in any illnesses, but as of now, we do not have any to report. So also our weekly reminder, we continue to have new move-ins and new residents, so please remember to wear your name badges if at all possible. It helps all your new neighbors and new team members as well. So just a little from Ginger, I know, kidding. This week in activities, so of course Tuesday, March 10th, Studs and Stones, Apparel and Gifts is from 10 to 2 in South Lobby area. ROVA, Regency Oaks Veterans Association, is at 1:30 in the Town Hall. Today, of course, Wednesday the 11th is the Artificial Intelligence Talk at 1 p.m. in Grand Lobby South. That should be very interesting. So Artificial Intelligence, AI is the acronym for that. Thursday, March 12th is our monthly cocktail party from 3:30 to 5 in Town Hall. So I'll see you there, and it is St. Patty's themed, so wear your green. And then Friday, March 13th, Friday the 13th, I think it's our second one this year. Retired Nurses Meeting at 2 p.m. in the Grand Lobby South. So of course, food and beverage has a lot going on the schedule, and as the weather is getting nicer, they're going to be having those alfresco dining and breezeway events. So Chef's Table on Wednesday is the 11th and the 25th. Our Passover dinner on April 7th. Our wine club on the 10th featuring the beef Guinness stew. Beer club on the 17th featuring corned beef dip in a bread bowl. Pasta dinner will be on the 18th, featuring lamb bolognese and saffron shrimp. And our food and wine will be on the 31st. Theme night is the 17th, St. Patty's Day. Just a reminder, the pub's open all day, and the north is closed at lunch. Just as a reminder as well to not miss out on that afternoon delights in our Brick and Vines. And pop-up breezeway we are doing on the 19th, featuring ribs around 4 to 5 p.m. So that is the 19th, featuring barbecue ribs. Those are always good. Yes, yeah, they'll put it out, just so they have an idea. Sales updates, so we do have an upcoming event, Downsizing Senior Living University, the second session, that will be on the 12th around 11 a.m. We are continuing on track to meet our goal of 14 for the quarter. Q1 is quarter one, so that's January, February, and March. And then as always, we want to remind you, if you have friends that you'd love to live here, please have them contact us for our signature club and our waitlist program. We are paying resident referrals $3,000. And this happens to be one of our main referral sources. So really love that you all are referring your friends and family. That means you get to pick your neighbors in your community and you get 3,000 buckaroos. So that's not too bad. So our favorite, they are still hanging out around here. They are still working on those vinyls, so they finished the P wing, finishing the A wing, and now they are working on the 4th and the 3rd floor of the N wing, and then they'll be moving to the 1st and the 2nd floor. So they will continue that process, and we are continuing to communicate as they go along and getting that done for you. So they do have a specific list of apartments that they observed, so those are the ones they are working through. So we will be reaching out to you if that pertains to you once we get to your wing and floor. So I know I mentioned this, but we have our new cars, our 2026 Mazda CX-90 replacement vehicles. We have one for our IHS program and one for our general transportation fleet. They are SUVs and they are very beautiful, so we're happy to be able to add those to our community. So we did an Employee Appreciation Day on Friday. I didn't get to attend the whole thing. I had a row lunch meeting, but we ordered Red Robin boxes and we had about 100 employees come out. So that was really nice to be able to do that for them. We were in the South Dining Room, and over 100 did show up to just spend time and have lunch together. So that was a really lovely event, and we continue to focus on employee engagement and how we make sure our associates feel appreciated each and every day for everything that they do. So these are just some really great photos of all of them. Then as far as HR, we were really excited. I know I've discussed it before in prior Tuesday talk meetings, but workers' comp, which is workers' injury, continued to be a challenge and a focus that we work on. We actually had 0 in February, so we were really excited about that because that is very hard and unknown to do. Just when we think we've got a good handle on it, somebody hurts themselves in a new and creative way. So we continue to focus on that to make sure we mitigate any type of hazards and focus on workplace safety. A lot of it is mindfulness and just brushing and always sometimes not quite paying full attention to what we're doing. So we continue to work on that as well. And then also our employee turnover is at 31%. That is the percentage of employees that we have on staff that leave us. And that is a fantastic number. We have some communities that are at 119% or 70%. The goal is typically about 35%. We were at 40 and we are down to 31. So love to see the needle moving in that direction because that continues to be a huge focus of ours, is not only keeping our residents happy, but keeping our team members happy. So really proud and excited to be able to report on that, and that is basically the year-to-date number. So we'll continue to remain focused and engaged with keeping that where it is, if not better. And then really I just have a whole lot to go over. So we are continuing to work on the design for the North and the South dining rooms. The carpet is custom, so it does have about a 16-week lead time. So we are in that process now of the carpet's been ordered, but now it's just kind of a waiting game, and then there's just a couple things we're working out between the chairs and the paint colors with the design committee. So continuing to keep that on the docket, so I can continue giving you updates about that. As we mentioned, we are continuing the elevator refreshes. The R wing was back up and now we are at the main. It sounds like there was some south elevator, so we'll take a look at that. I'm sure Darwin's already on it. We do continue the roofing that's in progress on some of the wings with the flat roof. We did add some new rockscape to the south building fountain area. We saw that it was getting a little barren and you were starting to see some of the materials, so we added additional rockscape to that area. We did implement the no parking overnight signs to our handicap spaces, so we can try to manage to make sure families aren't visiting for days at a time and taking up our handicap spaces. We did implement additional and larger no smoking signs at the back of the front doors. Those were somehow removed when we have replaced some of the doors, so we have those back. We have not forgotten about the window washing. That is something we took back to Blue Team and said, you came through and you washed the building and you got all of our windows dirty, so now we'd like you to wash the windows. So they did take that back to insurance, and they are still awaiting on an answer from them about them being able to cover that. We will if they cannot, but it is a very expensive project that will require a lot of budgeting and collaboration. So we have not forgotten. We are just continuing to follow up on the determination from that, and we'll communicate as soon as we have an idea of that. Either way, it will get done. We would just prefer them to pay for it. So we did just want to mention on Thursday the 12th around 6:30 a.m. we will have a truck out here. It might be a little bit of noise near the P-wing. We do have to install the cupola on our sales building. So I am sorry it is early. It was the only time they could do it, and they did assure us it would be fairly quick. So it just might be a little bit of that beeping and kind of like a garbage truck, but they have to install the cupola that goes on the sales building with the weather vane. So that has been completed, and they just need to snap it in place with a crane. As we mentioned, the pool heater and the temp should be back up. We did have that unexpected power outage of that area, so it will take a few days to get that back to temperature. When we started working on the generator conduit, as life has it, there were other problems that ensued, so we did end up losing power to additional areas and some areas that we did not expect, but we should have that back soon. We did, of course, get the generator box installed, and we will be landscaping around that, so it's a little bit more aesthetically pleasing. We did, of course, as I mentioned, get the power back in the town hall, the pub, and the fitness center. However, we will have one more brief power outage. About for 3 hours, Duke is going to let us know when, as they need to replace some wiring. So we are waiting on Duke. We will try to communicate as much as possible. On Friday, on Friday, Sherry was in the sales office and called me and said, there's about 4 Duke trucks here. And they didn't tell us they were coming, so I ran out there and was at least able to get in front of the communication of where they were about to cut power, because they didn't care to tell me. So I at least was able to get in front of that, and they did cut the power to the pub and the fitness center for a couple hours. So I'm hoping it doesn't happen like that again. We are asking that they give us the respect and courtesy of communication. That way we can obviously communicate that to you all, but just to anticipate that that is coming. It'll just be short, but they do need to replace something. So they will have to do that. And that will be probably the fitness center and the pub, maybe the beauty shop. We'll know a little bit more, and we'll communicate accordingly. I do know that the tub heater is not working. We do have a service call to pool troopers. It probably could have been from that power outage when we have these large types of equipment and they get suddenly turned off, or the power is cut from them. It can cause some issues. So we do have a service call to pool troopers to get that part addressed. And lucky me and us, we have another investors visit this Wednesday on the 11th around 10:30 a.m. So Health Peak and the Janus Living aspect of Health Peak will be here to escort some additional investors that are potentially interested in Regency Oaks. So I imagine that will kind of be the new norm with all of these recent changes. So we will just continue hosting them and having them here to our community. And we'll kind of report anything that ensues from those visits. So had a good visit last week when they were here, and just anticipate that this one will go smoothly as well. On Friday, a couple of us will be. We actually have a resident Regency Oaks sponsored golf tournament that we will be attending. It is kind of a marketing event that we do every year. Ricky's going to be playing, and then myself and some of the sales team will be out there with all of our Regency swag, making sure they know who we are while they go golfing. So we also will have another crane. We just have cranes everywhere. We have to install a new AC in the sales center. So this is unrelated to the crane for the cupola. This is a crane for a new AC in the sales center. Yes, this is a very large piece of equipment, about the size of my desk. And it was installed in the attic. So poor Darwin and the maintenance team have to crawl up into the roof every time they have to fix the sales center AC. So if I can go back 36 years plus and discuss the creation of Regency with an architect, I would. However, we are going to be installing a new one in a much easily located area. In the event they need to service it, they're able to. So you'll see another crane, long story short, that will be installing the AC for the sales center. So lots going on, lots of projects we're working on, lots of visits, lots of activities. But all in all, we are kind of nearing the home stretch of all the things. So super excited about that. I think you're kind of starting to see the fruition of 3 years of work or more. And we're just almost done. So with that, I will take any questions you have. I think I covered everything and want to make sure that we get all of this communicated. Yes, Ms. Sankey.
I just, you had mentioned the main elevator being down in the north building, the S-wing elevator's down this morning.
That's what they mentioned. I wasn't aware, but Darwin,
We just wrote it up and down, it was running.
they just wrote it up and down and it's running.
Yeah, we will be just came from there.
That's why I have maintenance in this meeting now. So we'll double check again, but they were just on there and it sounds like it's fully functioning. So we'll take a second look, but that's as much as we know. But you just now, Darwin?
Yeah, we just came from there.
Okay, thanks. Any other questions? Yes.
You got any dates for completing the paving?
So we have not started that project yet. So we will communicate when we do get that project started. We are actually prioritizing a couple of the other projects. The next one will be the cooling towers. We want to make sure those are working before summer. That's important, so that'll be the first one. And then the south kitchen is another one that is on the docket. The floor is coming up in there and it's a safety hazard. So the paving more than likely would possibly be Q3 or Q4, and that is the last piece of it. Darwin will start communicating and working with the Building and Grounds Committee, so.
We have a couple areas there where the paving is kind of pushed away from the steel grill for the drainage. And that's kind of rough if you hit that.
Sure.
You know.
Is that one of the areas that Blue Team damaged?
Yeah, because we're waiting for,
Yeah, there's a couple things. So Blue Team is going to be fixing some of the areas they damaged of the new paving, but yes, we will be addressing additional paving. So we'll communicate when we get to that project. Thank you. Any other questions? Yes, sir.
Run,
Take
run,
your
run.
steps.
See you later.
No running.
No employee injuries.
No injuries.
Okay, you know, we've been here about 6 months, and we see a definite decrease in the quality of the food. Is the new chef going to take care of that for us?
Of course he is. But I do highly recommend you participate in the menu chat and have those discussions with them about what you'd like to see.
By the food?
Yes, got it.
Thursday at 10:30 in the South Grand Lobby, Dr. Wendy.
That's right, thank you. Any other questions? Okay, well then I'll turn it over. Maintenance is here. We have, actually, is that Marie? Can I introduce you? Are you super shy? So Marie is our new plant ops assistant. She took over Judy's role when Judy transferred to transportation. So she will be assisting plant with work order follow-ups and invoices. I know I put you on the spot. Sorry. Yay, Marie. So she'll be the one that will be helping. She'll answer your voicemails, follow up on work orders, invoices, UTOs, move-in, all the fun stuff. While of course Darwin continues focusing on our projects and Chris focuses on work orders. So just wanted to say Hello, Marie, and welcome. We won't put you on the spot. Any questions y'all have for maintenance? Chris and Darwin are back here. Have a great Tuesday. Appreciate you all. Thanks.